I used to think you had to study to learn a language, like textbooks, grammar exercises, all of that. But I wanted to test something. What happens if you don't? So for this experiment, I wanted to study, but not in a traditional way. No grammar exercises, no less structured lessons, just exposure. Because I kept noticing I'd study a lot, but I would still struggle to actually use the language. So I wanted to see if immersion could actually do anything on its own. This meant passive learning only. Listening to podcasts, playing video games, maybe listening to music and even dancing a little bit too, and a little bit of reading and maybe some light note-taking to save new words for later.
Sì, pensi ci sia meno varietà adesso rispetto a un tempo?
Sì, assolutamente.
Sì.
Adesso ci sono dei canoni estetici molto rigidi e o rientri.
He said that way too fast. I didn't understand any bit of it. Oh my gosh. È risultato da molti migliori. Is that what they said? Oh my gosh. Queste aspettative.
Dei canoni estetici, però forse la cosa che mi viene in mente è che forse adesso c'è un po' più di pressione o di aspettativa per quanto riguarda la palestra, essere, credo, questa è la mia impressione. Cioè oggi si vede molto anche...
I am just now realizing that this is way harder than I thought. Oh my gosh.
Almeno essere atletici può voler dire anche essere magri, ma c'è qualcosa di più, cioè fare esercizio fisico che è positivo.
And I was starting to find out that maybe I wasn't understanding everything, but I was starting to notice patterns. A lot of words that I had come across before, I was actually able to hear in context and even was able to pick up some new words along the way and also get used to how native sound in the languages that I'm learning and even repeat after what they were saying in some cases. And the best part about it, I didn't even feel like I was studying and I was having a lot of fun. But along with that, there were a couple small issues. I started to realize passive learning wasn't enough. I could maybe understand, but I really wasn't understanding. So, I would pick up a sentence here or there, but if you asked me to repeat what I just heard, I couldn't tell you. And I didn't even have a dictionary to look up the new words that I came across or even search up the grammar explanations for some phrases that I just couldn't wrap my mind around. And after a while, the podcast that I was listening to, the music, it started to kind of drain out and just became noise after a while, background noise. I was so focused on the main task that I was doing that I kind of forgot that I was actually supposed to be paying attention to what I was listening to and pick out new words and actually try and understand what I was hearing. And for the new languages that I just started learning, you can forget about those because I didn't even have context to help me understand what I was hearing. Sure, I could pick up maybe, some greetings here and there, some simple stuff that I had already learned, but I was pretty much lost for everything that I was listening to. So, can you learn a language without studying? 50-50, kinda, yes. I was able to pick up some new stuff. I was able to recognize patterns and even repeat some things. So it wasn't completely useless, but just on its own, it would definitely be incomplete. And I would need some structure and some output at some point, whether that be grammar exercises, grammar courses, or even taking one-on-one lessons with a teacher or a tutor. I would be able to understand and output up to a certain point, but in terms of improvement and getting further, I would actually have to look those things up and actually learn those and actually study them in some way, shape, or form. I think the real lesson is I just don't have to think of studying the way I always thought it had to be. And even right now, I'm still trying to find that balance between immersion and actually studying. But I think that's what makes it work for me.